Hello, this is Raymond the MetaMan bringing you this very brief but exciting issue on exactly the 10 coins that will rage like a bull in December 2021 and the one coin which will fall like a bear in December 2021. I'm going to tell you all 10 that will rage, and then at the end I'm going to tell you the 4 of those 10 that I think are the best in case you can't buy all 10. So let's get started. I am the MetaMan giving my predictions, remember, for education and entertainment only. So here we go. The number one is not Bitcoin, as you might expect. No, Bitcoin is ranked number 1 in the entire crypto world, but I don't think it's going to move that much in December. So my first pick is Ethereum. Ethereum currently ranks number 2. I'm going to list all of the coins that I like in rank order so you can see how big or how little they are. And Ethereum is $4,654.99, and it's number 2 in the world at the moment. And I want to tell you something exciting about it. There is an ETH futures ETF, the same as there was a Bitcoin futures ETF, which caused Bitcoin to skyrocket. The same thing is going to be happening to Ethereum. And I think that Ethereum is going to move way faster than Bitcoin. And also there's an Ethereum futures open contracts, and they're at a 2-year high. So there's lots and lots of excitement about the future of Ethereum. Now, that's not my best recommendation. That's just my first recommendation. And I'm not listing them in order of best to worst. I'm listing them in order of rank so you can see how big or how little they are. My next one is Solana, and Solana is now number 5 in the crypto world. It's currently at $210.63. My prediction is going to be much, much higher by the end of December, because I think December is Solana month. And even though I didn't say it before, I think that December is also Ethereum month. Now, what do I want to say about Solana? That Grayscale has just asked permission from the Securities and Exchange Commission to have a Solana trust, a futures trust, just like there already is for Ethereum and Bitcoin. And it's just a really powerful project, and it doesn't have the scalability problems and the slowness problems and the high prices of Ethereum. And I think there's going to be a flipping. I think that Solana might move ahead of Ethereum. I think it's coming. I think it is a big green bull. Now, my third prediction is number 13 in the world. So we've dropped out of the top 10, and it's Luna, or Terra Luna, at $58.52. And I've got lots to say about Luna. First of all, it's a very exciting ecosystem, and there's lots of developers. Now, why is lots of developers important? It's important because you can't have excitement in an ecosystem. You can't have anything on an ecosystem unless somebody develops it. And so you first look at whether there's a lot of development or a lot of developers in the space, and there are. Luna has lots of developers, and they're creating DeFi projects, they're creating games, they're creating all the excitement that's needed to move Luna in December and for many months and years after. You might be surprised that I'm suggesting Luna since it is at its all-time high, but I think it's going higher. I do. I think December is Luna month. Next is rank number 42, Phantom, which is currently $2.17, but not for long, because I think that December 2021 is Phantom month. My fifth bull coin that will rage in December of 2021 is Rune, R-U-N-E. It's sometimes called Thorchain. It is the 62nd coin in the universe at $11.21, but not for long, because I think it's moving straight up to the moon. Now, this one is really important. 65 on the list, still within the top 100, is AR, or Arweave, $59.73. This is a coin that I will never sell. I will keep it forever. What it's doing is so powerful, And it is at an all-time high, not of price, but of the number of users. People are pouring in to work on and with Arweave. It is a coin that has such enormous potential. I will never sell Arweave, and I'm going to look for big profits, big changes, big upward movement, big bull movement in December 2021. The next one is the first out of the top 100, and it's Render, RNDR. It's currently at $6.25, and I just bought it today. I've been so anxious to get it when it was much, much lower. I procrastinated. I was buying other coins. I thought I would always be able to buy Render, and then it skyrocketed. It skyrocketed up to about $8. It went from like $1 to $8 in just days, and I thought I'd missed it. But I waited and waited for a pullback, and the pullback came. It may go lower, but it pulled back from about $8 to where I bought it at $6.31. It's now at $6.25, but I'm glad I got it. It's one of the coins that I will hold forever. Let me tell you why. When a filmmaker is making a movie, just an ordinary movie that you see on the big silver screen, an animated movie, once the artists have done their work, then there's this enormous, mammoth computerized task called rendering. And rendering gets it from the drawings and the inside the computer to outside the computer in an actual piece of film. And rendering is extremely computer intensive, extremely computationally expensive, extremely memory intensive. It takes weeks to render a full-length movie. And now you might want to know why I'm talking about a movie. And that's because in the metaverse is like a movie. There has to be all these things flying around and all these strange characters, and they have to look very, very realistic. Not just in the metaverse, in games, the avatars have to be very realistic. You don't want them to look like Lego characters. And the scenery that you see that bypasses you very quickly, it all has to be in high definition. And so there's an enormous amount of rendering required. But there's only one major coin that is doing it. And that coin is aptly named Render. And when Render does its rendering, then all of the coins can look good. And there's no one else. There's some really tiny ones that do little work, but Render is the biggest one, and it's doing the most work, and everybody needs it. Whatever land you have, whatever game you have, it has to be rendered. And for Render to be not in the top 100 yet, I think that is a problem that's going to be corrected in December. December is Render month. Oh yes, it is one of the bulls. The next one is 193rd on the list. It's $1.87. Its call letters are super, and its big name is Super Farm. It's one of the ones that I think will explode in December. The next one is rank number 227. It's 45.6 cents, and it's called COTI, C-O-T-I. And the last one, the 10th one that I recommend is BOBA, B-O-B-A. It's $5.43, and it's not even ranked, because they don't have enough data on it. So it might be like 1,000 or 2,000 or 4,000 on the list. And you might say, boy, that's pretty scary. Yes, what it means is it could drop to zero, or if it goes up, it could go up enormously. Because it's so small, because the market cap is so small, the number of people that own it is so small. And if you multiply the number of coins by the price for each coin, it's small. It might only be, I'm just guessing now, it could be 5 million or 20 million, something like that, as opposed to hundreds of millions like the other coins that I have mentioned. So it has a huge potential, but it also has the greatest risk. But of those 10, which ones do I think are the 4 biggest bulls? And here they are. Listen carefully. If you can't buy all 10 and you're thinking of just buying 4, remember, this is for entertainment and education only. You make your own decisions. Don't base anything on what I say. If you learn from me, that's great. But I'm not telling you what to invest in. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and what I recommend. So here are the 4 biggest in terms of potential, maybe even in December. Here we go. Solana, Luna, Arweave, and Render. Solana, Luna, Arweave, and Render. I expect those will be the giant winners in December 2021. Certainly, they're going to be the biggest winners. I shouldn't say certainly. I think the biggest winners in 2022. Those are the good ones. Those are the 10 good ones. And those are my 4 picks for the 4 best of the 10. But what is my worst pick? What is the one that you need to stay away from? What is the one that is the big bear that might fall? Now, let me explain something. First of all, because I expect that Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to be going up in December, then all the coins will likely get pulled up, even the bad ones. And so the degree that this is a quote bad coin may not be as powerful as the fact that all the coins are going to be pulled up. So I don't know that this will fall as soon as December, but right now it's $1.56. It is number 6 in the world. It's in the top 10, and it's Cardano or ADA. And I think the medium and long-term prospects are very weak for this unfortunate coin. Maybe it'll rise a little because they'll all rise with Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I wouldn't hold it. I've sold all of it. Just recently, I sold all my Cardano. I had a lot of it and I sold all of it. Now, why? Because there's almost no development on it. You see, as I told you about Luna, I'm really excited about Luna because there's so much development on Luna and on Solana. But on ADA, there's no developers. As far as I know, maybe there's some, but as far as my research showed, there's no developers, nothing is happening, there's nothing exciting, which means there's no future. If there's no future, it's like if there's not much gas in your car, you can keep driving for a while, but pretty soon you're going to run out of gas. Pretty soon it's going to be over. Pretty soon the world will realize that nothing new is happening, nothing new is coming out. There's no exciting announcements and there's no exciting fulfillment. And so I think that's one to avoid. I think that is a bear. So now you know my 10 good ones and my 4 best of the 10 good ones and my 1 bad one. Hello, and thank you for listening to that exciting video. Now, click on Meta in order to subscribe so that other people will enjoy it too. And click right here to enjoy my previous video, and click right there to enjoy the video about Sand, my favorite crypto metaverse coin.